But it is about feel, because you have this kind of element, especially in men's lacrosse, where you're combining these elements of hockey and football and soccer and basketball, and you've got all these different skills that have to come to bear to produce a product on the field that is so fast-paced and so intense that it almost doesn't rival any of those other sports.
No, I mean, and listen, when you mentioned earlier, obviously your military career speaks for itself. You needed to be able to talk without speaking for the man to your right, the man to your left, woman to your right, woman to your left, whatever it may be. That was a feel. You talked without speaking. When you're in that boat and you're rowing and you need to react off of someone's reaction, it's a look. It's some type of body movement. In order to be successful, it's not written down in a handbook. It's a feel. And you got to be able to feel the game. Coach Krzyzewski from Duke basketball, he spoke to our team the night before the gold medal game. And he talked about it. Don't just play the game. Feel the game tomorrow. Reach out and touch it. If you play it, you're going to miss something. You're going to leave something behind. Feel what's going on around you. Enjoy it. And then hopefully you're the last team standing and they're playing your theme song, which ultimately is the national anthem.
You've been around the game a long time.
Yeah.
You played at Johns Hopkins.
I did.
Then you transitioned into coaching. You started as an assistant coach at Hofstra, worked your way up, became eventually the head coach, and now you've recently been appointed the head coach of the USA national team. When you look at the evolution of the player during your tenure from player to coach at various levels, what have you seen in the difference of players back 20, 15 years ago to what's on the field today?
Yeah, there's so much more involved now because of the growth that we're talking about a bunch, the cardio, the lifting, the strength and conditioning, the approach to the game has been so different. It's been more business-like. So in the beginning, I don't want to say that there was a slighted effort, even say a half-ass effort, not having an all-in effort. Now it has taken over, and it has reached that when you see athletes that look and run like Paul Rabel or some of these other players, and you'll see them today, on show here, in Fairfield. When you see that, it's unbelievable. This game here, if you're going to be a little bit smaller, you better be lightning fast, or you better be unbelievably smart to be a step ahead, because what's going on out there, it's an NFL-looking group that's playing a basketball or a gracious, skilled sport. It's pretty wild.
With the cardiovascular system of a soccer player.
No question. You got to get up and down. The running time and the reaction in the field is so important here.
Yeah, and that's why I think about the reaction time of a hockey player, where it's microseconds.
Yeah, I mean, again, there's so many of these little decisions that take place. A ball hits a goalie, there's a deflection, you're changing. Now we have to react here. He makes a save, we got to react. You were just on offense, now you're on defense and riding. So the athlete that's being trained, not just physically, but mentally going through all those things is unbelievable. And then you look at all the different versions of lacrosse, sixes, box lacrosse, field lacrosse, international lacrosse. All of these are a little bit in particular to your training, but again, all in all, it's an all-in sport that is on fire right now. And ultimately, in 2028, to go back into the Olympics, 2027 that we talked about will be the next World Games in somewhere in Japan. And it's just things that are just great for the sport as we look forward.
What's it mean to you to be named the head coach of the national team?
I would probably, I'm going to begin to start to get teary-eyed. Like I said to you earlier, I have a hard time. I wasn't in the military, but my respect for the military is off the charts to allow us to live every day while you guys are out there providing that freedom. To be one of 13 people that have ever been named to the men's national team head coach, humbling, honored, but also feeling the responsibility of a nation, of all of our military branches to be able to wear those three letters across your chest. The responsibility, there is no second place. We're not playing for second place. It's gold medal or bust. And I need to push in the pile to my assistants to push in the pile, and I am just taken back that I'm sitting here with you, and we're talking about in a couple of years walking out onto the field, hearing that national anthem, and fighting for an entire country in the sport of lacrosse. Not on the battlefield, but that would be our battle.
Yeah, that's your battlefield.
Yep.
Talk about coaching for a minute. We talked about the evolution of the player, but what about the evolution of the coach? Because coaching's had to evolve as players have had to evolve, as the mentality of players has evolved, right? We've had a lot of conversations over the last couple of years about the younger generation. I mean, I came up in a period where, coaches would, grab you by the face mask and throw you on the ground, and sometimes you might get kicked, but you got up and you got the work done, sometimes out of fear more than anything else. But that doesn't resonate as much today with the kids who are growing up. I mean, I got little kids myself. My daughter's in high school. She doesn't react the same way. So talk about the evolution that you've had to adopt as a coach.
Yeah, so that form of coaching does not exist in 2024, as you well know. So that had to be adjusted. When me personally, when I look up coaching in the dictionary, it would be mentoring, it would be teaching, it would be connection, it would be parenting, it would be friendship. Those would be the words that sum up what coaching's about. And it's another occupation of feel. And to be able to connect with a young man or a young woman on a level where they totally just buy into the trust of you telling them this is going to be better for them. Your squad leaders, your group, the one in front you have put all of your trust in, that was your coach. He had a different name, whether it was sergeant, lieutenant, whatever it may be. This is our level of coach, assistant coach. That's where we are. And to know that when this is all over, however many years that I have, to know that I hope that there's a ton of people out there that could say that I impacted their lives in a positive way, then I can know that I did my job while I was vertical.